Welcome to tonight's bronze medal matchup between Team Poland and Team Haudenosaunee. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territories of the peoples of Treaty 7. This includes the Siksika, Kainai, Piikani, Stoney Nakoda nations, comprised of the Bears Paw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney First Nations, and the Tsuut'ina Nation. We also recognize the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, whose histories, cultures, and contributions continue to enrich this land. We honor the enduring connection that Indigenous peoples have to these lands and waters, and we recognize their stewardship, resilience, and ongoing contributions to our communities. We are grateful for the opportunity to live, work, and learn on this land, and we are committed to fostering respect, understanding, and meaningful reconciliation.
Okay, Nitsukoa. Welcome, all my relations. We are one family in this place at this time. I would just like to say a few words about the smudge that we lit. We people here on this earth make a commitment to the Creator. That is our way of opening that distance between ourselves and the Creator as we call upon Him today to hear our prayers, our wishes, our hopes and dreams of our way of life for all people. And that has been done for thousands of years. The smudge, it's a doorway, you can say, to us and the Creator and to all sacred things that live on this earth and out in the space. So with that being said, I'm honored again to be here to say the closing prayer for this World Championship Junior Lacrosse Tournament being held here in Brooks. I congratulate all the players, the coaches, the staff, the folks that organized the tournament especially, and to you especially, the fans that have come out to support your children, your grandchildren. It says a lot. I spoke a little bit yesterday to the Haudenosaunee team, and I told them, play with honesty, play with respect, play with trust, and be humble about how you do the game. But most of all, have fun. So having said that, I will now say the closing prayers for this tournament. Apisto Tokyo. Ayaw napin na to siwa kipita kiwa tsak kumoy tapiwa. Ano kanyo tito kita pa tapis pinanakuisto. Misto tsumo kikuko si chan nito kanipsta pa tapiano katsis tsikoy. Stiki piawan niya eksipyo makku tuksan no. Huwag no katsis tsikoy takok sinus katumoy amot takwaw. Utay kinakaso. Aw matapakay sa ako kitupukah kaya. Aksait skit si maya no. Ikay kimata na piamis kamso tutoy sa pa. Huwag no katsis tsikoy no kakso kumoya katis sa kumapit no kakta kumutsiya. Niku suta paski po. Huwag no katsis tsikoy kapis sa toki. Ani manis si tapis pa tawa kumutsi so uci tapi ma tsutso kwa tuksis kwa nita petapi. Tago kanoksis kumoya ano katsis tsikoy no kakamutani. Nistawatsman. Sa tapisin. Iko'y tapisin. Hey. Let's play ball.
All right, with that, we are officially ready to go here at Medal Day of the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We'll be getting started with the bronze medal between Poland and Haudenosaunee. Both teams have had to fight hard for 5 days to get to this point. Poland 1-3-0 with a win over Australia that clinched them this appearance in the bronze medal. Haudenosaunee on the other side 2-2-0 with wins over Poland on day one and over Australia as well. The last time these two teams faced off, Haudenosaunee won 14-6 with 4 goals from McAmmond and 5 points from Mahar Robbins. Poland has added to their roster a little bit. Lucas Johnstone joining the team since that loss on day one. He's been a big part of their tournament the rest of the way here. And with that face-off, we're back underway. Gutnick rolling this one back. Haudenosaunee getting the opening win, trying to take it across the half line. Foys over to Lucid. Up at the top to Taeson Knife. Knife down the left side. Looking for Goodwill, won't hit him. Down the right. In front, Sands. Can't quite hit the stick of Goodwill. It'll sneak its way all the way across. Braden Sands redirecting it to the corner. Back to the top, over the top of the stick of Mahar Robbins. Over and back. Called on Haudenosaunee. Poland getting their offense on the floor. They're going to be heading towards Caius Lalonde in between the pipes for Haudenosaunee. On the tournament so far, Caius Lalonde 2-1-0 with a 7.44 save percentage, 10.69 goals against average. On the outside, Poland taking it down the middle, firing it down the right. Back across the floor, and this will get whistled just wide right of the post. Landing back up at the top. Nearly stolen back by Haudenosaunee. A long shot by Lalonde. Beats Lalonde. 1-0 Poland. As Jacoby Lalonde beats Caius Lalonde. A matchup I don't know if we saw when they faced off the first time. Because I do believe it was Paulus in between the pipes against Poland for Haudenosaunee. Up at the top. Salikin down the right. This one trying to make their move down the arc. This one fired on, turned away by Dayrider on the block. Back across the left side off the stick of Eddie Franz. Poland resetting at the top. Across the floor again, 1 second to go. Lalonde gets the stop. Poland with the vast majority of the offense early. Haudenosaunee trying to set up in the offensive zone here to try and change that. Foy's with the handoff. He'll end up finding Isaiah Nichols. Nichols, a member of the Crude Junior B Tier 2 team. Up in St. Albert, down the right side, Jonathan fires it on. Haudenosaunee ties it up at 1. And what a time to get his first goal of the World Juniors. Wasquabee's Jonathan had 7 assists through round robin play, but no goals. That'll be his 8th point total, but his first. Is Nana in the draw across from Gutnick. One back for Poland on the left side along the boards. Osadchuk taking this one down the right side. Setting it up at the top, Jacoby Lalonde. He had the opener for Poland. It was his 5th of round robin so far. Nathan Gutnick at the top hands his one off to Ty Hansen, who can't quite hit the net on that one. Haudenosaunee trying to get the pick up along the boards, taking it up the near side, lose it, facing some contact, and he'll end up giving it up. At the top now, Mahar Robbins trying to head down the right side. Sands, that'll get tipped wide, off the boards and back out. Haudenosaunee, 10-second shot clock. Sands cross to Larocque. He can't hold on. Bounces off of him. Stolen back by the Polish captain. Won't be able to get that too far. It'll get tapped right back into the defensive zone. 20 seconds to go. Sands. Still a good amount of shot clock for Haudenosaunee. It'll end up getting reset as they pick back up the ball. Jonathan down the left side. Up at the top, Mahar Robbins. He'll fake it, taking it back down the left. To the top once again. Jonathan fires it on. Won't beat Johnstone on that attempt. Back up to Knife. Another shot blocked by Gutnick. Landing back outside. Jonathan to the top. Larocque off the screen from Knife. Johnstone. Back-to-back nice stops for Poland. They'll head down the right side of the floor. Entering the zone. Taking a few whacks. Wyatt Bauer. Lalonde down the right side. Luke Salikin fires that one into the corner. Picked up by Haudenosaunee. They'll try and get out of their defensive zone. Tied at 1 after the first 4 minutes of the first quarter of the bronze medal game. That's going to be over and back on Haudenosaunee. Poland will get it at half. Shots are tied at 3 early. Both teams already have beaten their opponents' goaltenders once. On the left side, Curtis Martin down the right into the corner. Walking it back to the top, Eddie Franz. Down the left side once again. Screen set, fired, and blocked by Haudenosaunee. Doing a good job to get in front of a bunch of the shots early as it's picked right back up by Dayrider. He'll take this one over half. All alone right in front was McAmmon. He'll fire it on. Turns away by Johnstone. As I mentioned off the top, McAmmon with 4 goals in Poland's debut at World Juniors. Across from Haudenosaunee. Trying to get on the board right there is Salakin on the right. Salakin with 11 points through World Juniors so far. 10 of them being assists. As back on the outside, taking a few whacks and losing the ball is Curtis Martin. He won't be able to evade that double team. Haudenosaunee forcing a shot clock violation. Loading up. Lalonde sends a long pass off the stick of Nichols. Poland trying to recover. Goodwill can't get there in time. They'll go down the left. Back down the floor. Franz with it. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shots now favoring Haudenosaunee after Poland took an early lead in that category. Blocked in front and picked right back up. Haudenosaunee on the charge down the left side. This pass finds Dutremont over half. Back at the top, Larocque. Jonathan down the right. Setting up the captain, puts it on. Johnstone gets in front of it. Gudnick trying to take this one down the floor. Handing this one off to Ty Hansen. Hansen averaging a little over 2 points per game so far on World Juniors as Jake Hogg at the top. Back down the right side, Lalonde. Cross to Hansen. Fired over top of the net and back down the floor is Nana trying to turn with it. Is Nana down the left side, gets it over half. Spinning off Lalonde, able to hold on there. Takes a slash in the arm and enters the zone down the right side. McAmmond up at the top. Cross to Nichols. Nichols down the right, McAmmond. McAmmond up high again to Sands. This one, shots going ringing off the post. It'll land back with Lalonde. Goodwill with the pickup at half. Down the right side, McAmmond fires that one off the shoulder over top of the net as Poland heads back the other way. Over the half line. Trying to hand it off to Nathan Gudnick. Gudnick, 5 goals in 4 games played for Poland. Up at the top. Lalonde down the right side. Franz over to Hansen. Screen set by Lalonde. He'll walk off the other side of it. It'll go back to the top. Franz forced to just get rid of it. Shot clock violation on Poland. Haudenosaunee down the left. Larocque with it. Knife up to Goodwill. Goodwill walks in, fires it low. Johnstone turns it away. Rebounds there for Haudenosaunee. They'll go battling in the corner, getting the pickup. Taeson knife. Down to the corner. Back up to Mahar Robbins. Down the left side. Mahar Robbins behind the goal with it. Back up to knife. Mahar Robbins calling for it behind the net here. He won't get it. Jonathan, a long shot, goes sailing wide. Mahar Robbins fires it on. Poland able to get the stop and try and head the other way. Cohen Mahar Robbins took a spill in Haudenosaunee last game. Looking like he might have messed up his ankle in one way or another, but he's looking good. He's looking mobile early in the bronze medal. Clearly whatever the problem was there isn't bothering him too much. Is Nana. Mahar Robbins on the left side. Across the floor to Sands. To the top, McAmmond. Inside, left all alone. Nichols goes for the twister, won't go. Sands will swat it back to the corner. Trying to get the pickup here. Popped in the air by Poland. It'll land right in front of the Polish bench, rolling back down the floor. And we're going to end up getting a whistle here as we are going to see a penalty for dead ball contact, I believe. Poland heading to the box, but first we'll get our media timeout here in the first quarter. 1-1 after the first or excuse me, 9 minutes. I don't know how to do math, apparently. You're watching the bronze medal game of the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. Haudenosaunee with it on the attack, trying to go down the left side. Larocque back up to Jonathan. Down the right side. They'll set up at the top. McAmmond. Cross to Mahar Robbins once again. On the other side, McAmmond on the shot. Turned away. Few dangerous chances early. And this will go sailing back down the floor. Tremont to Knife. On the left side, Mahar Robbins. He'll wait for a few screens. Back up to the top. Sands walks through traffic. Takes it down the right. Back over to McAmmond once again. Hunter McAmmond cross to Sands. His pass picked off. 10 seconds. Back down the left side. Larocque needing to fire. Puts it on Johnstone. Another good stop. Johnstone looking good early, and he has had to be. Has stopped 12 of 13 in the first 10. Mahar Robbins on the left side. Waiting for some help. Sending it down the right side. Jonathan. Had Haudenosaunee first goal. He'll get a chance to get a second. Putting it down low. It looked almost identical to that first goal by Haudenosaunee. Jonathan not able to beat Johnstone. Boland heading back the other way. Down the right side with it. That one's stolen back. Some heavy hits on Lalonde. He'll lose the ball for Poland. Picking it back up is Jake Hogg. Hogg inside to Franz. Up at the top, Lalonde. He scored the first for Poland. That'll end up getting covered up by Caius Lalonde. Dayrider down the left. Coulter Goodwill. Back up to the top. Isaiah Nichols. Nichols fires it on. Johnstone. Good stop. Poland. That'll be another try by Nichols. Trying to catch Johnstone off guard, but he was ready to guard his post. Down the right side. Luke Salikin. Sending a pass inside to Hansen, and when you see him sling the ball like that, it's no wonder he has 10 assists on the tournament so far. Tremont. Up at half, Taeson Knife with it. 15 seconds to go. Haudenosaunee in front, Larocque. He couldn't hold on through traffic. Poland might have a fast break the other way if Curtis Martin can find the speed. Going down the right side, fighting through contact, spins by two defenders, but decides not to shoot. He'll take it back outside. 20-second shot clock for Poland. Curtis Martin running his way around the zone. Won't be able to get the rebound on the missed shot as Lucid picks it up. Haudenosaunee down the left side. Mahar Robbins now. They'll have it on the attack. Poland trying to keep Sands away, as able to swat that one off was Al Shamari. Another player added to this Polish roster about halfway through World Juniors. High pass, Lalonde puts it on, turned away, as that is some heavy physicality right in front of Caius Lalonde. And it looks like a penalty may be coming up. The refs are discussing it. We'll get another look at it, as you can see Lalonde making contact with Lalonde. This won't get confusing fast, as we will see Dayrider heading to the box as well as Lalonde. The Polish one, not the Haudenosaunee. as we're seeing Daniel Gutnick talking it over with the referee here. Clearly, the Polish bench thinking that Lalonde did nothing wrong and that it was actually Lalonde at fault. We'll get ready to go here. 4-on-4 coming up. Gutnick, cross from Isnana. On the draw here. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And we're going to be spending all of it in a 4-on-4 period. Only taking 2 seconds of it into the second quarter. Lucid looking the other way. Back at the top, Gutnick resetting for Poland. The official calls being Jacoby Lalonde, 2 minutes for goaltender interference. Cross-checking going the other way to Bauer Dayrider. Up at the top. Chance the other way for Lucid, but he won't be able to pick it up. It'll roll back to the corner. Poland getting the grab in their defensive zone. They'll go down the right side of the floor. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Shots 17-7. Right in front, Ty Hansen gets the lead for Poland with a minute to go in the first quarter. And it was a nice one-timer just next to that right post. And that's going to put Haudenosaunee on the back foot. Unless they can do something here at the end of the first quarter. Knife with it up at the top, down the right side, McAmmond. Back up to Nichols. Nichols walking down the left. Jonathan back at the top, over to McAmmond again. McAmmond waiting for the screen from Jonathan. Long blast won't get through. 10 seconds to go. Nichols on the left side. On the right side, Jonathan walking it back out as the shot clock will go off on Haudenosaunee. Poland will get the last possession if they want it. 16 seconds to go. We'll see what they decide to do. 10 seconds. Up at the top, Daniel Gutnick. 5 assists on his World Juniors. Down the left side, finds Hogg. 2 seconds to go. Hogg through center. Can't get it off in time. That will do it for the first quarter. 15 minutes have come and gone. Poland up by 1 as we head into the second quarter. We'll head to a short break. You're watching the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, we're just moments away from the second quarter here. Both teams' leadership met at center to discuss something with the referees. Looks like whatever they had to figure out is figured out now. They've come to a decision. 1 second left in this period of 4-on-4 as Dayrider getting ready to come out of the box. Jacoby Lalonde getting ready to do the same. Both players immediately coming up. Lalonde making an instant impact straight out of the box and down the floor he goes. He'll end up losing the ball on the entry. Back over to Nathan Gutnick, who's able to pick it up. Taking it back up to the top. Gutnick with it up high. Looking down the floor. Cross to Hansen. Screen set. They'll take it back down the left side. Hansen had Poland's last goal, trying to get another. That'll get turned away by Lalonde. Lucid sends a pass down the right. This'll land in behind the goal of Johnstone. Taking it back the other way. Wyatt Bauer. Bauer on the right. Nathan Gutnick picking this one up. Down low in the corner. Franz to the top. Back over to Hogg. Hogg off the screen. Cuts down the middle. Gets the shot off. He'll score. Jake Hogg puts Poland up by 2 in the bronze medal. Hogg, a late entry to this Polish team's roster. 4 points in 2 games heading into the bronze. He'll find his 5th of the World Juniors. Daniel Gutnick getting ready in the draw. Taeson knife on the other side. Gutnick wins it back for Poland. Knife nearly gets the steal at half, but he'll get a little bit of help. Chase Richardson down the left side, losing the ball in the corner. He'll have to go back to get it. Facing some tough defense from Landon Dutremont. Back up to the top. Spinning through, Gutnick goes high. Lalonde on the stop. It'll land back along the wall. Zalikin at the top. Shots early, 17-11, favoring Haudenosaunee as Poland puts this one on. Good stop. Adding to their total. They're up to 12 as Haudenosaunee quickly got a lot of action right in on Johnstone, but he's been good in between the pipes here in the bronze medal for Poland so far. Up at the top, blocked and turned away by a Haudenosaunee defender. Poland gets the pickup. Zalikin finds a lane, fires it on, but it'll get tipped wide. Rebound Hansen. He'll get knocked down as the ball lands back in the corner. Lucid. Haudenosaunee on the breakout. Richie Lucid on the attack. The Beaumont outlaw trying to pass it back up to the top. Mahar Robbins down the left side. This one put on Johnstone. Good stop by him. Back down the left side. Gutnick. Up at the top with it for Poland is Curtis Martin. He'll walk down center. Cross to Franz. Ty Hansen at the top. He'll get picked up by Foyes. Down the right. Long shot by Franz. That's going to go off the ankle of Carson Isnana, and he's feeling it. Down the left, Hansen. Can't get that off in time. Shot clock violation called on Poland. Back at the top. Hunter McAmmond. Setting up the offense for Haudenosaunee, who find themselves down early here in the bronze. Jonathan down the left side. Cross to Mahar Robbins. He'll miss wide right. That'll end up rolling back down the floor. Poland getting ready to get their offense going. Curtis Martin will pick it up in the corner. 3 points in 4 games in the round robin. Taking it right in front, dives for it, will beat Lalonde. It'll go back to the corner. Picked up on the right side. Fresh shot clock for Poland. Franz sending it to Nathan Gutnick. Down the right, back over to Franz. Franz. That'll get tipped off and turned away. Blocked by Benjamin Dutremont. And it looks like we might be getting a penalty coming up, as a pretty obvious one if they decide to call it. See what they decide to do. I can definitely say that I did count 6 white jerseys out on the floor for Poland. And that is what they're discussing here, I believe. Haudenosaunee definitely wanting the call. And it does look like they will be sending Poland to the box for too many men. Not much of an argument there, as especially from this aerial view that we've got here in Centennial Regional Arena here in Brooks. You could definitely see the 6 white jerseys out there. A little bit hard to hide that penalty. Back up at the top. Although they're not calling it, which is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the outcome of that. That's an odd one, as Poland works their way around the outside. Lalonde right in front. That'll go wide left. I suppose the argument could have been that at that point Poland didn't have the ball. It's definitely a little interesting, as Franz picked up by Dayrider. Able to knock the ball away from him, as Dayrider on the charge, deciding to take that one away. Up at the top, Reese Sands, the captain. He's going to call for a little bit of help. On the right side, in front Nichols. Back up to the top. Goodwill takes a hit up high. That's a quick hand in the air. Poland will be heading to the box here. So Haudenosaunee will get their power play. It'll be a slash. And it was a pretty obvious one, too. You could hear the metal stick hitting the metal cage. Chase Richardson will go sit for Poland. Up at the top, Coulter Goodwill. Down the right side for Haudenosaunee. McAmmond. Goodwill. Knife to the corner. Back to Knife. To the top. Goodwill. Down the right, McAmmond. Swaps with Goodwill. Screen set for Knife. Put on and turned away by Johnstone. This one sent down the left. Daniel Gutnick with it for Poland, as their offensive penalty killers get on the floor. Salikin up high. Nathan Gutnick. 15 seconds to go. And they're more than happy to waste this one down. Haudenosaunee sending up 2 defenders to Nathan Gutnick. Straight down the middle he goes. Down the left, Hansen. Could have had something down a man for Poland, but couldn't hold on. Right inside, Larocque goes high. Gets one for Haudenosaunee. Back within a goal. And it was a nice pass that found Larocque right behind the defense. Haudenosaunee scoring on the power play. McAmmond. And you can see he just out-juked Lucas Johnstone, who clearly thought that he'd already shot down low and left that top shelf wide open. Daniel Gutnick will head to the draw across from his Nana, as they're still trying to figure out something here. It looks like they've got it all ironed out now, as the penalty was still up on the board. That power play goal does erase Poland's penalty kill. We're back at even strength. 9:13 to go in the second quarter. on the right side. Back up to the top. Jake Hogg down the right, missing that stick. It'll go back to Eddie Franz. On the left side, Hogg with it once again. Had one of Poland's more recent goals. Hogg down the middle, trying to shoot. That'll sail off his stick a little early and go back the other way. Over and back called on Poland. Haudenosaunee setting up in the corner. Back up to the top. This one stopped by Canada's goaltender. Heading back down the floor. Hansen down the left side. 10 seconds to go. Picking it up along the wall. Found by Curtis Martin. 3 seconds to go for Poland. Now down the right side. That blast goes wide. Poland called on the shot clock violation. Haudenosaunee getting their offense back out there. Going back to pick it up. That's going to be Braden Sands. Sands down the right side. Hunter McAmmond. Cross up high to LaRock. Had Haudenosaunee most recent goal. Back to McAmmond. McAmmond goes low. Won't be able to beat Johnstone with that one. Gudnik on the left side. Poland trying to break out. Osachuk across the half line. On the right side, Hogg up at the top. He'll take it down the left. Day Ryder following him. Back up to Franz again. 10 seconds on there. Shot clock. Gudnik fires it on. Poland goes back up by 2. And it was just a beauty of a shot going right over top of the shoulder of Caius Lalonde as he walked off that screen from Luke Saligan. We'll get ready for another draw. Gudnik cross from his Nana. Picked up by Poland down the left side as Chase Richardson was on the attack. Down the middle, Franz couldn't get that one through traffic. Blocked in front. Off the rebound, Chase Richardson puts that one wide. Walking down the right side, Crowchild. Back over to LaRock. Up to the top. LaRock to Jonathan on the right. Right in front. Mahar Robbins nearly had the goal to match that last one from Gudnik, but it'll get turned away. Poland on the charge down the left side. Could have been a 2-on-1, deciding not to take it. They'll get the offense on the floor instead. Taking a few whacks. This will land back with Curtis Martin at the top. Trying to go down the right side. Eddie Franz. Right in front. Putting that one just off the goaltender and wide. He'll end up getting taken down low. Poland will be given the ball back with a fresh shot clock. Jake Hogg on the right. Franz to Gudnik. Trying to push his way through. He'll dive for it. Lalonde able to get in front of it. On the pickup, Poland will score. Luke Saligan. And Haudenosaunee not too happy about that last one. The official call on the play was that it was a clean goal. As you can see, Gudnik still down in the crease. Saligan able to just get the scoop and score. Right over top of the shoulder of Lalonde. Both teams already setting up at center. It doesn't look like anything will change. 5-2 for Poland. Luke Saligan gets his second of the World Juniors so far. He's been mainly a setup man for Poland so far. He gets one of his own there. Dutremont down the left. Nichols. Nice little fast break for Haudenosaunee. Won't go. They'll get the rebound. Fresh shot clock as they set up at the top. Down the left side, Coulter Goodwill off the screen from Knife. Puts that one wide and off a Polish stick, I believe. McGammon back down the left, up to the top. That'll end up being shot on. Haudenosaunee quick to respond, back within 2. Both teams scoring at will here late in the second quarter. And it was just a nice one off the stick of Braden Sands, getting his first of the bronze medal. A little bit of a putback as well as it went off the glass. Catching it back in the defensive zone, Haudenosaunee. That'll end up getting sent off the ref's foot, I believe. Good defensive stick there by Richie Lucet. I'll go back down the right. Poland getting the pick up along the wall. Sending it back up to the top. Martin resetting for Poland. 20-second shot clock. Hansen down the left. Back up to the top. Down the middle on that one. Jacoby Lalonde couldn't find it. Had to go to the wall to pick it up. Down in the corner. 10-second shot clock. They'll go for the dive. Down low. Lalonde gets the stop and the cover. They'll hand this one off. Haudenosaunee down the right. 5 minutes to go in the first half. They're down by 2. Trying to change that before heading into the second. Sands at the top. Sending that one over to Larocque. Down the left side into the corner. Mahar Robbins trying to work his way around the zone. Goes for the dive. I don't think that one snuck by Johnstone. Back down the floor we go. Johnstone has topped 23 of 26 so far. He's had quite the World Juniors. On the left side, Ty Hansen up at the top, defended by Mahar Robbins. Hansen off the screen, right in front, Salikin. Nearly had his second of the goal of the game. Lalonde with a nice stop. Knife on the pickup, or excuse me, that's Dayrider. He'll take it down the right. Up at the top. Nichols able to avoid that over and back, swatting the ball over to Sands. Sands getting physical along the wall with Wyatt Bauer. Sands at the top. That'll go wide. Sands on the rebound. That'll be put on goal, turned away by Johnstone. Larocque back up to the top. That's 3 shots on goal for Haudenosaunee on this possession. Fresh shot clock for them. Dayrider. Down to McGammon. Across the floor to Goodwill. That'll go just wide right. Over and back. Called on Haudenosaunee. Poland picking it up on the left side. Wyatt Bauer taking this one to the top. That'll get turned away. Jacoby Lalonde. Up at the top. Ty Hansen. Down the middle. Knocked off his stick. He'll take a few whacks in the arm. Back down the right to Nathan Gutnick. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Up at the top, Franz to Hansen. Blocked by Isnana. Taking it down the left side. Isnana over the half line. Down the left he goes. What a juke. All alone on the breakaway off the post. It's going to go back to Haudenosaunee, I believe. A fan pretty happy to go home with a souvenir there, as Reese Sands gets us back underway at the top. Down the right to Jonathan. He'll cut his way through. Goes low, turned away by Johnstone. Rebound by Poland. Al-Shamari on the charge. 2-on-1 for Poland. Down the left. Chase Richardson. Ooh, turned away with the stick, I believe, as it might have rebounded off one of those defenders. They'll land back in the corner. Tipped right in front. Johnstone coming out of his crease to play it. Going down the left side. Ossadchuk over half. 120 seconds or so to go in the first half. As at the top, Poland resetting. Jake Hogg taking it. On the right side, Lalonde. Blocked and turned away by Poland. Crowchild gets the steal. Trying to go down the right. Sets it up for Dutremont. Dutremont, he'll look for help. Going down the left side, the defender trying to get off the floor. He'll end up losing it. Poland on the pickup, and he'll have an easy breakaway. Curtis Martin chased down by Nichols. He'll fire it wide as Nichols applying plenty of pressure from behind. Dutremont at the top, down the left side. As to land back with Hunter McAmmon. The crude forward, down the left side. That'll go off of Sandstick and back over half. Down the right side, another breakaway for Poland. Right down the middle, Osadchuk off the post. Franz back up to the top. Dallin Osadchuk to Hansen. Hansen already has a goal for Poland. That one was at the very end of the first quarter. See if he can find another one in the second. Cross to Hansen, up at the top, down the right, Franz. That'll go wide and off the back of the net. We've got a hand in the air. Poland's going to head to the penalty, or excuse me, to the power play. Haudenosaunee heading to the box. Shot clock violation called on Poland. 29 seconds to go. It looks like we'll see Haudenosaunee heading to the box with Dayrider. Poland will get the last possession if they want it on the power play. Big chance for them to potentially go into the second half up by 3 goals. No timeout is going to be called here. Poland will just take it from the top. Gudnik. Johnstone still in between the pipes. They don't want to go for an empty net. It will be 5-on-4. Johnstone. Hansen down the left. Gudnik on the right side. 15 seconds to go. Salikin cross to Hansen. Up to the top to Salikin. Gudnik down the left side. Hansen to the corner. He'll get it right back. 8 seconds to go. Gudnik down the left. Hansen back down in the corner. He'll swap spots with Hansen. To the top. Fired on. Rebounds there. Swatted down and picked up by Dutremont. That'll do it for the first half of the bronze medal game. 5-3. Favoring Poland after the first 30. We'll head to a short halftime break here. You're watching the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, we are about a minute out of the second half of the bronze medal game between Poland and Haudenosaunee. Just 30 more minutes left to go between these two teams. It's 5-3 for Poland so far, as it has been a real interesting one. As we talked about off the start, Haudenosaunee won the first matchup between these two teams all the way back on day one, but a lot has changed since then. Poland adding a lot of new players to their roster. A new starting goaltender in between the pipes. Haudenosaunee losing a few players as both Nolan Sharp and Isaac Contreras not on their bench here today, leading to a very different matchup than what we saw on day one. Haudenosaunee in need of a little bit of offense here. We'll see if they can find it, as they have already found a few heroes early, with a lot of their goals coming off of a lot of different individual sticks, while Poland relying on a few people who have come in clutch already throughout the tournament. Luke Salikin with 2 points early, as well as Nathan Gutnick, both with a goal and an assist to their names. Face-off won by Poland as we get back underway here in the third quarter. Nathan Gutnick on the right side. He'll set up for Poland. 20-second shot clock for them. On the left side now, Gutnick. Back across. And at the top, Salikin. Down the right. Back around the zone. Power play for Poland for another minute here, which they carried in from the end of the second quarter. That's a shot clock violation for Poland. Haudenosaunee heading back the other way. Down the left side, Lucid. McAmmond cross to Larocque. Now one blocked and turned away as Nichols has it in the corner. On the right side, this one turned away. Great stop. As it looks like Haudenosaunee is heading back to the box here. That's going to lead to some 5-on-3 coming up for Poland for at least 24 seconds. Or no, they're going to be taking Poland here. So instead, we'll head to 4-on-4. Obviously, much better news for Haudenosaunee. Up at the top, Mahar Robbins. Down the left side with it. Over to the wing. Down the right, Larocque. Sands has to go to the boards to pick it up. They set up here from the left side. Mahar Robbins fires it on. He'll score. Haudenosaunee back within one. A big goal here in the 4-on-4. Still 10 seconds left of it. And then they get a power play to potentially tie things back up. A good chance here for Haudenosaunee to grab a good amount of momentum early in the second half. Daniel Gutnick heading back out there for the draw. Haudenosaunee are going to send out Carson Isnana. This will be swatted back in front of the Haudenosaunee bench and picked up by Isnana as the Moose Jaw Mustang tries to take this one across the half line. Up at the top, taking a few whacks in the arm is Isnana. He'll send this one over to Goodwill. Power play has now begun for Haudenosaunee as they're on the right side.
2 minutes for slashing.
The penalty to Poland here is going to be 2 minutes for slashing. Wyatt Bauer on the right. They'll shoot this one on. Taeson knife ties it up at 5. Haudenosaunee. 2 quick goals to start off the second half. And that just shows you how quick things can change in lacrosse, as heading into this quarter, Poland thought they had a 2-goal lead. Haudenosaunee with all the momentum here, just 2 minutes into it. Down the right. They'll lose the ball. Nathan Gutnick trying to go back for the pickup. He'll grab it. Has a one-on-one, deciding to walk that one off as Haudenosaunee quick to get their defense back. Nathan Gutnick up at the top. On the right, Dutremont up to the top. This will get fired down the floor. Nichols along the wall with it. Mahar Robbins down into the corner. Up to the top, Knife. This one tipped wide and picked up. Going the other way, Wyatt Bauer. He'll have a charge down the middle. All alone in front is Hansen. He'll take it in. Goes left and turned away by Lalonde. Hansen able to get the rebound for Poland. Fresh shot clock for them if he can get out of this double team. Stolen back by Haudenosaunee. Lucid sends a long pass over the half line. On the left side, caught by Dutremont. Larocque with it at the top. Now heading down the right side. Back to Larocque. This one sent high off of Goodwill. And on the left side, Goodwill crossed the floor to Jonathan. Turned away. Picked up by Sands. Fresh shot clock for Haudenosaunee. To the top, Goodwill. In front, Larocque. Johnstone will get the pickup. Sending a long one across the half line. Go to Tran. To Nathan Gutnick. Gutnick down the right. Cross the floor to Hansen. Walking this one on. That'll get turned away and picked up by Nathan Gutnick. Hansen. At the top, Salikin. Looking for an option on the right. He'll find it in Nathan Gutnick. Right in front. Hogg couldn't hold on. Lon couldn't either. Heavy hit at center by Hogg. It'll go back down the floor. Poland getting called on the shot clock, not the over and back, as Haudenosaunee gets it at the top. Sands down the left side to Taeson Knife. Tied at 5 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter as it's set up for McGammon, who's going to shoot this one just wide left. It bounces off the sideboards. Nichols back to the top. Mahar Robbins walking this one down the left. Back to McGammon. Off the first defender. Puts it just wide of the net. Rebounds there for the taking. Nichols can't get it. Swatted off his stick and picked up by Wyatt Bauer. Bauer down the right. Has a man in deep. All alone for Poland. He'll go low. Won't beat Lalonde. Chase Richardson turned away by the Polish goaltender. Bauer is going to go down. Able to get back up before the defense could get to him as down the right side. Right in front is Hansen. Off the shoulder and wide. Turned away by Lalonde. Back up to Dutremont, who couldn't find that one. It'll go back into the corner. Going it down to fight for it. The captain for Poland. Gutnick getting some help as well from Rusnik. Back up to the top, Bozachuk. Across the half line. Salikin. He's going to take a slow approach. Looking down the right. He'll wait. Does sides not to go for Lalonde, who will end up taking a spill. Back down the left, Hogg gets the one-on-one with Feiss. Hogg getting forced away by Crowchild on the double team. Blocked by the shot on Gutnick. We'll see Haudenosaunee getting it back. They'll head down the left. Shots 37-27, favoring Haudenosaunee. They've led in that category all game long. Johnstone has had to be good for Poland. Back down the right. Walking in, Sands. In front, McAmmon. Doesn't hit him. Back up to LaRock, who can't get that shot off. It'll end up going the other way. Sewell across the half line. Behind the back pass, finds Hansen at the top. He's going to wait for help. Hansen down the right side. Nathan Gutnick loading up. Down the right off the screen by Lalonde. Back up to the top. He'll lose the ball, and it'll go down low. Gutnick gets the pick up with the help of Hansen. Loses it again, cutting across the middle. Haudenosaunee will be awarded it here. Poland yet to score in the second half. Haudenosaunee had two quick ones, both within the first 2 minutes of the second half. Since then, both teams' offenses have been fairly quiet as Knife has the pickup along the wall. On the outside, fighting for it, Nichols. Back to the top, Mahar Robbins can't quite hold on, and that'll be a shot clock violation called on Haudenosaunee. Poland getting the pickup at the top. Tied game with about 22 minutes of game time left in the bronze medal as back down the left side, Hansen. At the top, Franz. Cross to Hansen. In front, Hogg left untouched, but that'll get picked up by Haudenosaunee off the bobble. They'll head the other way. Isnana cross the half line. Trying to fake his way down the middle. Couldn't get it to go. Back up to the top, LaRock. On the right side, walking in, Sands sends that one over top of the net. Over and back, called on Haudenosaunee. Poland setting up their offense from the corner. Back down the right side, Luke Salican. Cross the floor to Hogg. Hogg trying to push his way through. To the top again, Eddie Franz. Franz to Salican. This one sent all the way down the floor, missing the stick of Lucid. That'll end up bouncing wide, picked right back up by Ozadchuk. Long pass down the right. Misses Franz's stick. It'll roll through center. Picked up by Haudenosaunee. Mahar Robin will take it down the left. He's going to wait up here. Off the screen. Back across the floor. McAmmon. That one turned away. Good defensive stick there by Curtis Martin. Stolen back. Heading the other way. Here comes Poland. Ozadchuk. Defended by Knife. They'll go wide right. Spinning this one back up to the top. 20 seconds to go. Poland resets. Into the corner, Lalonde. He had Poland's first goal of the game. Up at the top with it. He'll look. Cross to Hansen. He's going to run by McAmmon. Puts it on. Good stop. Trying to pick it up. Poland on the rebound. Hogg down the middle. 3 defenders on him. They're going to end up blowing this one down. We're going to get our timeout here in the third quarter. We're tied at 5 after a strong start by Haudenosaunee. We'll head to a short break. You're watching the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. Haudenosaunee taking it over half. And down the right side with Sands. Less than 5 to go in the third quarter. Put on, turned away, and swatted back into the corner. Picked up by Poland. Sent across the floor. Hansen running it down the left side. In front, Zalikin. That'll get turned away. He'll have to give it back up. Is Nana picking it up down low. Passing it across half. Taeson knife. On the right side, Jonathan. Into the corner they go. On the right side, Jonathan again. Over to Knife. He'll fire it on. Taeson knife puts Haudenosaunee up late in the third quarter. Knife with his second goal of the game. He only had one heading into the game here today. Already beating his previous total on World Juniors. And it was a long blast from far outside. Able to sneak it over top of the shoulder of Haudenosaunee. And with that, Haudenosaunee able to jump to a lead. On the right side, Gutnick. Passing it down the left side, Curtis Martin. Up to the top. Franz. Poland looking for a response. Hansen running down the left side. Goes high. Lalonde with the stop. He's been lights out in the third quarter. Picked off and stolen. He'll get the second stop before it's recovered by Poland again. Knocked loose. Crowchild picking it up for Haudenosaunee. Not able to hold on to the ball. It's knocked back to the floor. Dutremont can't find it. Poland with it on their side of half. Down the right they go. The defense for Haudenosaunee not getting much of a break. Up at the top, Ty Hansen. Across the floor to Franz. Franz down the right, Zalikin. Right in front, cutting his Hansen over top of the net and back down the floor. Haudenosaunee getting their offense back out there. .240 to go in the third quarter. Larock. Cross to McAmmond. Stolen back, or nearly stolen back by Poland. Talon Ozachuk couldn't find it. Down the left, Larock. To the corner, Mahar Robbins. He'll swatch with Larock off the screen. Off of Jonathan's stick. And out of play. Poland now the other direction. Not much time left here in the third quarter. Poland looking for a response, as this third has very much been Haudenosaunee quarter. Up at the top, Curtis Martin handing it off. Down the left side they go. Back up to the top. This one whistled on and stopped. Haudenosaunee trying to make their move down the left. They'd love to add to their lead before the start of the fourth quarter. Knife. Back up to the top. Nichols. Taking it down the left. Screen set. Sent down low to Goodwill. Walking it to the top. Down the right. Sands. Off his defender. Puts it on and stopped by Lucas Johnstone. Long pass down the right. Misses its target as it's stopped by Lalonde and sent back the other way. Dayrider, cross half to Jonathan. Into the corner, picked up by Nichols. Cross to, I believe that was Sands in the corner. Back to Larock. Back up to Sands. Fakes out the defender. Can't get it by the second one though. Sands picks it up off the bobble. Right in front by Poland. Fresh shot clock for Haudenosaunee. It's fired on. How did that get turned away? As somehow that stayed out of the net. It looked like it beat Johnstone. Might have gone off the stick, off the post and out. As Salikin down the right. Back up to the corner. Hogg to Franz. Down the right to Lalonde. Lalonde off the screen. Fakes his way in. Goes low. That'll get turned away. Eddie Franz. And it looks like we'll get a power play coming up for Poland right at the end of the third quarter. Haudenosaunee not looking too happy about it as Alexander Foys will go to set. Or no, it looks like they're going to be taking both. Luke Salikin also heading to the box for Poland. We will be getting 4-on-4 with 25 seconds left in the third quarter. It looks like Poland will start with it. They'll send out their offense. They'll get the last possession of the quarter. Johnstone still in between the pipes. Poland in need of a goal, as I'm sure they'd love to take or to tie things back up. Heading into the fourth quarter, Gutnick spinning by his defender, has to go back out after he couldn't do much with it. Hogg at the top, 13 seconds, off the screen by Hansen. He'll try and work his way to the top. Looking for an option, finds it in Daniel Gutnick. Back down the left. This one whistled high. Nathan Gutnick on the jump shot. It'll end up being turned away by Lalonde. Picked up by Haudenosaunee, and that will do it. 45 minutes have come and gone between Poland and Haudenosaunee. Only one quarter remains. It's 6-5, favoring Haudenosaunee. We'll be right back with you in just a little bit. You're watching the bronze medal game here at the 2026 IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. All right, welcome back. Both teams getting ready to go here. 15 minutes remains in between Poland and Haudenosaunee. 6-5 after a late goal gave Haudenosaunee the lead. Poland did not score in the third. We only saw 3 straight out of Haudenosaunee. We've got 1:34 left of 4-on-4 time. Poland desperately needing to tie this game up, as we are going to see the crowd getting real loud here for the start of the fourth quarter of the bronze medal game. Plenty of fans here to see Poland and Haudenosaunee going at it for 15 more minutes. Down the left, Hansen. Back over to Jake Hogg at the top. Down the right, Franz, 15 seconds to go. Screen by Lalonde. Lalonde on the right side. Up to the top, missing the stick of Hansen. Will go back along the wall. 5 seconds to go. Recovered by Hansen. Running out of time, though. He'll end up taking a few whacks from Dayrider as that gets shot on. Looked like Poland wanted a penalty. Does not look like they're going to get it, as that's picked off on the long pass by Lalonde down the left side. As we're going to get a penalty here. with 14 minutes to go in the final quarter. It looks like Poland's heading to the penalty box. And that's not a good sight for them. It's going to be 4-on-3 for 49 seconds. McAmmond will start at the top for Haudenosaunee. Running to serve it, Al Shamari. Looks like Eddie Franz is going to get called instead here. McAmmond will take it from half. Down the left side, trying to set up down low. They'll move around the offensive zone. 4-on-3 for Haudenosaunee. Sands back down the right, trying to foot this one on. They'll score. Haudenosaunee up by 2. Four straight goals by Haudenosaunee here in the bronze medal. We'll get ready for another draw. Gutnick back out there. Trying to go down the right. Haudenosaunee with their offense out there. 20-second shot clock for them. Back at the top, Jonathan. They'll speed things up from the right. Across the floor now. Mahar Robbins to Jonathan. That one fired on. Stopped by Johnstone. Poland needing to get some offense here as it'll roll down the floor. Picked up by Coda Tran in the corner. Jonathan. Mahar Robbins down the left side into the corner. Up to the top, LaRock finds his captain Sands. Up to LaRock again. Puts it on, stopped and turned away by Johnstone. Poland trying to move back down the floor. With it, Sewell. Jacoby Lalonde on the right side. Waiting for some help as it'll head back to the top. Lalonde to Hansen. Cross to Nathan Gutnick. Inside, Lalonde. Could not beat Lalonde on that one. Up to the top, Nathan Gutnick waiting. Cross to Hansen. Down into the corner here to Hogg. 20 seconds. Up to the top again. Jacoby Lalonde comes in. Won't get the shot off. Back outside to Franz. 15-second shot clock. Ty Hansen blocked in front by Gutnick. Crowchild. That'll get knocked across half. Stolen back. McAmmond going to the corner to fight for. Won't be able to get the pickup. It's found by Lucas Johnstone down low. He'll send it across the half line. Poland with 20 seconds on their shot clock. Hansen. Up to the top, Franz. Working off a screen from Salikin. Salikin cuts. This will get fired on. Lalonde gets in front of it. He's been real solid in the second half. Picked up by Poland right in front of their own goal. Osadchuk. Missing on his pass. It'll land back with Dutremont. Lucid on the right. Across the floor. Reese Sands with it. Down the left side. Taeson Knife already has 2 goals on the game. Back to Goodwill on the right. Across the floor to Sands. Off the post and out. They'll get the rebound. Sands with it. Down the left, missing the stick of Nichols. Back up to the top, Knife. Knife walking in. Down the middle. Stolen back. Picked up by Sands right in front. Gets the shot off. Another try. They'll score. Haudenosaunee piling on here in the fourth quarter. Ten minutes to go in the bronze medal. Poland is going to call a timeout. They are certainly not out of it yet, but they need 3 goals quick. It's a very different game than what we saw heading into the second half. Poland was leading when we crossed over that 30-minute mark initially. Poland had 5. Haudenosaunee had 3. And then in the 20 or so minutes since that point, it has been 5 straight goals for Haudenosaunee. Their offense has come alive, and behind them, Taeson has been a brick wall. And now you can definitely say the game more or less on his shoulders. If he can get the same stops for the rest of this one, Poland is going to have a real hard time finding those 3 goals. Gutnick and Iznana in the draw here. One to the near side, picked up by Poland. Or no, it's swatted back down. It'll be found by Nathan Gutnick for Poland at the top. Gutnick hands this one off to Hogg. Hogg already has a goal for Poland. They need him to find another. Walking it down the left side. Across the floor to Nathan Gutnick. Finds a lane, takes it. Lalonde on the stop, rebounds there. Swatted out. Taking it back the other way, Landon Dutremont. Has a man in deep. Couldn't hit Larocque. Running out of time to get it over half. It's stolen back by Poland. Breakaway coming up. He'll go in. He'll score. Out of the timeout, Chase Richardson finds Poland's first goal of the second half. And it could not have come at a more important time. We'll get ready to go again here. Gutnick, and on the other side, that's Taeson Knife. So it'll be one back by Poland. The comeback starting up for Poland. They've got 9 minutes. We'll see if they can find something else or if Haudenosaunee can do what it takes to hold on. Hansen at the top, down the left side, waiting for help. Trying to get by his defender. Forced back out wide over to Franz. Lalonde now in front, trying to hit the stick of Salikin, and he'll get knocked wide and picked up by the Haudenosaunee goaltender. On the breakout now. Haudenosaunee down the right. Trying to get this one over half is Poland. Franz. Or excuse me, that's Curtis Martin with it on the right. Right, taking it down the middle. He'll lose his stick and the ball. Haudenosaunee on a rush down the right. McHammond taking it in. 2-on-2. Haudenosaunee trying to send that behind the back pass in front. He'll get taken to the corner instead. Taken down, and it looks like Haudenosaunee's just going to be getting the ball here. No penalty called. The ref's letting them play. Up at the top. Sands with it. That one's picked off. The captain, Daniel Gutnick, can't quite corral the ball as he continues to battle for it, taking some heavy whacks. He'll end up going down, but the effort is shown. Poland scores. Back within one. The team quickly coming to surround their captain, Daniel Gutnick, who took plenty of abuse at center to set that play up. And that's going to be another goal by Chase Richardson, back-to-back for him. The comeback is alive for Poland. They need one more to tie. Salikin. And this will get one back and picked up. Poland over the half line. This one sent down the right side, up at the top. Looking for help is Franz. He'll walk it in. He'll score. Poland finds their 8th, 3 straight. I don't know what was said in that timeout, but whatever it was, it clearly worked. Knife will be across from Gutnick. This is going to be handed over to Poland on the left side. On the offensive side of the ball is Chase Richardson. He's going to end up running off, as that's going to be handed back over to Haudenosaunee. In on the attack, Mahar Robbins fires it on. He scored, but after the whistle. And he is not too happy about it. On the outside, to the top. Jonathan. Jonathan forced to the corner, back up to the top, winding this one in. Jonathan, that one turned away. A high hit by Poland. A power play coming up for Haudenosaunee. And it's going to be one of the fourth quarter heroes for Poland, scoring 2 of their most recent goals. Chase Richardson. He'll be spending 2 minutes in the box, and you can see the outrage of Daniel Gutnick, letting the referee know how he feels about it. As it looks like we're heading into our final break before the last 7 minutes and 19 seconds of this one. So we'll head to a short break. You're watching the 2026 World Junior Lacrosse Championship here in Brooks, Alberta. Seven minutes. All that is left. We are tied at 8. Both teams looking for a hero. McAmmond to the corner. Knife down the left side. They'll set up at the top. Goodwill. Back down the right, McAmmond. Cross to Knife again. McAmmond to the corner. Cutting in is Goodwill. It'll bounce back down the floor. 8 seconds to go. Knife walks in, shot clock running out. He'll blast this one wide right. Shot clock called on Haudenosaunee. Poland will get it. 1:29 left in the power play. And they're going to get a chance to waste down 30 seconds of it. Poland trying to give their defense the longest break they can, but it's going to be tough with Hansen starting in the corner, stuck under a double team. Haudenosaunee piling on. Ball comes loose. Haudenosaunee on the rush the other way. Still a minute 15 to go. Not the start to the penalty kill Haudenosaunee wanted, as Poland will get a call their way. Dutremont saying something to the Polish bench as he ran off the floor. We're going to get a minute and 6 seconds of 4-on-4 time before a power play comes up for Poland. Here they come. Poland setting up. On the left side, Hansen to Salikin at the top. Trying to move down the right. Takes the charge down the middle. Cross to Hansen. Behind the goal, Salikin. Picked up by Hansen. He'll go down. A heavy hit. It's knocked out of Hansen's stick. We've got another call coming up. Dayrider giving him another. Haudenosaunee is not going to be too happy with how this one is looking. As currently, we have 3 players in the box for Haudenosaunee. 2 in there for Poland. As we do get a look at it, the Haudenosaunee coaching staff calling over the referees to talk this one over. They are getting an explanation here. Ref giving them a thumbs up. It looks like they've come to an understanding. Poland will get it at the top. 4-on-3. With 37 seconds left, Poland will get a 5-on-3. On the right side, Nathan Gutnick across the floor. Back to the corner, Salikin. He'll walk it back high. Nathan Gutnick at the top. Off the screen from Salikin. Sends it low. Rebounds there, but Lalonde gets the stop. Heading back the other way. Haudenosaunee down the right side. Loose it at the top. To the corner they go. They're trying to waste down what's left of this 20-second shot clock. Knife gets the pickup, finds a lane, takes a step in the crease, and goes down. We've got a hand in the air. Poland heading back to the penalty box. A bunch of late penalties here at the end of the bronze medal. Both captains coming up to center to talk this one over. Gutnick and Sands getting answers from the referees. Gutnick not liking the one he's getting. Three Polish players in the penalty box, 3 for Haudenosaunee. Running out of room to sit down in both of those boxes. With 5:20 to go, we've got a full board up here in Brooks. It's 3-on-3 for at least a little bit. Poland getting a man back immediately. 4-on-3 now for 50 seconds. Long shot by Haudenosaunee. Johnstone on the stop. gets the pickup. Poland loading up. Long pass over half. Chase Richardson has 2 goals in the fourth quarter. He's on the floor. Salikin down the right. Waiting for help. Exactly 5 minutes to go. Tied at 8 here. Poland on the power play. 10-second shot clock. Up to the top, Richardson to Salikin. Rebound sneaks out. Picked up by Gutnick. Trying to put it on. Lalonde with a second stop. Haudenosaunee down the left side with it. Looking for options. It's just going to get sent back into the corner. Haudenosaunee calling for their defense to switch out. Lucid coming back on the floor, as well as is Nana. We've got 4-on-4. Chase Richardson on the right side. Franz back up to the top. Dutremont off the screen. Back up high. In the corner. Franz trying to get away from Dutremont. It'll get passed back over to Gutnick. 10 seconds. He'll fire. Shot clock called. We have another penalty coming. Landon Dutremont going to sit for a hold. Things have sure gotten chippy at the end of this bronze medal. Gutnick will take it from half. Straight down the middle. Poland across the floor. Gutnick gets the shot off, turned away. Now here comes a fast break. Is Nana down the left side, running through the Polish defense. In on the attack, he'll go low. Johnstone with the stop for Poland. He's going to load up. Long pass down the left. Up at the top, Gutnick. On the right side. Over to Lalonde. Out of the box comes one of Poland's players. Picked up by Haudenosaunee. They've got 1:10 on a penalty kill to kill. Up at the top, Feist. 3 minutes to go. Nichols taking a few whacks. Poland trying to get the pickup in the corner. He'll get kicked to the slot. Found by Al-Shamari. Heavy hit right at center as it goes back down the right. Sands, both teams battling. Sands going for the dive. He'll score! Haudenosaunee finds a lead with under 3 minutes to go, and they do it short-handed. And the Poland box is livid right now. As you can see, they really think that he took a step in the crease. Daniel Gutnick still arguing with the referee over it. Ref shaking his head. They're not changing the call. Haudenosaunee, they've got their lead. Game very much on Caius Lalonde's hands. Down the right side, Poland. Right in front. Cutting through. Gutnick goes high. Stopped by Lalonde. Back out to the corner. Franz with the pickup. 2:30 to go. Johnstone still in between the pipes. Poland still very much on the power play. Down the right. Gutnick trying to spin this one off. Richardson down the left side. He goes. Fires it on. Blocked. Popped up in the air. Richardson finds it. 7 seconds to go. They need to fire. He'll miss the net. It'll go all the way back down. Haudenosaunee. 2 minutes left in the bronze medal. They've got their lead. They just need to hold on. Down the left side. Sending this one around. Reese Sands. Inside Nichols. Back up to Sands. 15 seconds on the shot clock. For Haudenosaunee. In front. Jonathan. Stopped by Johnstone. Back along the wall. Found by Mahar Robbins. Fresh shot clock. That is not good for Poland. Sands at the top. And he's being told to slow it down. They need to waste down all 20 of these seconds. In front, Nichols. His shot blocked. Back out high, LaRock. On the left side behind the goal. Mahar Robbins, 10-second shot clock. Nichols, down the right, Jonathan. 5 seconds to go. Jonathan, long shot, blocked and stopped by Johnstone. 30 seconds put back on the shot clock. Here comes Poland. A minute to go in the bronze medal. Caius Lalonde just needs to shut the door. Hogg, across the right side. In front, Lalonde finds Salakin off the post. Back out wide, Hogg. Screen set by Hansen. 40 seconds on the game clock, 25 on the shot. Down the right side, Lalonde to the corner. Salakin to the top, Hansen. That's turned away. Picked back up by Haudenosaunee. And we've got boys going at it with Lalonde. Both players needing to be separated. And it's hard to imagine we won't get a penalty at the end here. As they're still going. Multiple players and the referees having to come in to separate. Alexander Foy's talking with one of the referees. Jacoby Lalonde has already found his way over to the box. Just 29 seconds to go. It looks like they're going to take both. So more than likely we'll end this thing off in 4-on-4. That's if Poland can't find a way to force overtime. I think the most interesting thing here is who's starting with the ball. Are we getting a face-off? What's the plan here? Currently, Haudenosaunee's defense is on the floor. Poland has yet to send out anybody, as I think they're just as unsure about that question as I am. Johnstone is coming onto the bench for Poland. It looks like Poland will be getting possession. 29 seconds. All that's left. They need a goal to tie things up and force overtime. If Haudenosaunee can get the stop, they will win the bronze medal. The ref's still talking about it here at center floor. And it looks like they're calling the trainer over to the penalty box here. Boys needing some help. They're still talking about this, both captains at center floor. Caius Lalonde heading back in between the pipes. Having a quick chat with a few of the Polish players on his way there. The game very much on his shoulders. Haudenosaunee, their trainer, heading back to the bench. They've got that sorted now. They want to make sure they get the call right here. Boys has been put up on the box. It's 2 minutes. And with that, Gudnick is getting called back. The referee is explaining a decision to him. As he's making his way back over to his bench, explaining it to his coach. It looks like we're going to get a face-off. Or no. No, that's not going to be the case. Haudenosaunee getting another player in the box here. It's going to be a Poland power play. Empty net. 6 on 4. And they immediately call a timeout. Now that they know what the situation is, they're going to call everybody in. They're going to come up with a plan. Or no. They've used their timeout. Lucas Johnstone coming back onto the floor. Wow. Another penalty put in for Poland. Haudenosaunee up at the top. They've just got to waste down the shot clock. Mahar Robbins trying to avoid an over and back. Richardson will pick it up on his side. Here comes Poland. 10 seconds to go. Running off is Johnstone. Empty net on the attack. He'll fire. Stopped by Lalonde. Haudenosaunee throwing it down the floor. And they will win the bronze medal by a final score of 9-8. Haudenosaunee will win it in an absolutely incredible battle. It could not have been closer. Coming down to the very, very, very last play. Heartbreak for Poland as they really gave it all they had, battling back in the fourth quarter from being down by 3. And what a bronze medal game we had here today. Coming up, we've got the Loading Lacrosse Players of the Game brought to you by SportSide, source for sports. And then the awarding of the bronze medal. Haudenosaunee celebrating on their side of the floor. Both teams getting ready to line up as we have players of the game.
It's time now for the Loading Player of the Game, presented by SportSide, source for sports. For Team Poland, number 13, Chase Richardson.
It's going to be Chase Richardson for Poland. Two very clutch goals right at the end and excellent defending all tournament long.
And the player of the game for Team Haudenosaunee, number 91, Taeson Knight.
Taeson Knife getting it for Haudenosaunee. 2 goals from him as well. And with that, it looks like we're ready for the awarding of the bronze medal.
Number 4, Blake Wallace. Ask you now to please rise. If you're able, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem for Haudenosaunee.
Yo Hajine, Yo Hajine, Yo Hajine, Yo Hajine, Yo Hajine. Sanu tende sugaya disa e tanu di engwa ista o wenjage najo ho diage dagin ha de honchi kwais wadu kwaya di gase and wado and hagin hagaya nagwetage disa unu kwase iwado yo hajine yo hajine yo hajine yo hajine yo hajine yo yeah.
All righty. That will do it for the bronze medal game here at the IIJL World Junior Lacrosse Championship. We've got one more. Coming up at 8 p.m., it's Canada and the United States, a huge rematch. Make sure to tune in for that. But for now, make sure to have yourself a good night.